Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George. We're all George. So as you can see, I'm not at my office. not at my usual location, so my setup is a little bit different today. Regardless, I want to talk about Bitcoin and how this 50,000 point of where we are right now is Bitcoin's bears their last stand. They are clinging on to $50,000, and once they lose, man, it's gonna be glorious. So let's discuss what's going on with Bitcoin and, of course, what's going on in the world of crypto. So thanks for tuning in. As always, smash up the like, subscribe to the channel. 2 streams almost every day, although this weekend maybe I'm just gonna stick with 1 stream, so I may not stream tonight. But if you want to get notified, hit that notification bell and follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and check out all the latest news, articles, and guides on CryptosRUs.com. Welcome. So I have to look at comments through my phone here. All right, so you guys will have to be a little slow with your comments, otherwise I'm going to miss them. But anyways, welcome guys. This Saturday morning, Bitcoin is right at that 50,000 point, going up and down, up and down, up and down. And there just seems to be a big, fierce battle going on right at $50,000. And I do think that the bears are clinging on, and this is really their last stance, because once they lose 50,000, the sky is the limit. Right after 50,000, 60,000 is right around the corner. So that's how I view it right now. This is the last stand for the bears, and there's just so much good stuff. There's so much good stuff right now. I don't know why anyone would dare, first of all, to short Bitcoin. We have seen liquidations go up through the roof, and overall, I mean, right now it's just really good time to be a bull. You just don't want to be a bear. And take a look at the fear and greed index. I think most people are in agreement with me. Take a look right now. 72 greed. Yesterday was 74, and last week was 78. Here's the good news though. The good news is I was using this when Bitcoin was down and looking at, well, if you have a clump of bad news, or fear, I should say, clump of fear, like over here, you could see that that's a pretty good, turning point, right? It's the same thing if you go the opposite. If you have a clump of extreme greed, it could also be a turning point. But the good thing is we haven't hit extreme greed levels yet, like 90s, like we've seen before. So that's actually pretty good. Even though we're a little bit higher in the 70s, we're not back into the 90s, which means that extreme greed, extreme FOMO from retail investors have not even begun yet. So that's all aligning towards the last few months that's coming up. Everything is aligning with what stock to flow is showing, right? And all these on-chain metrics that show wallet addresses increasing, the number of holdings are increasing. I mean, there's just so much. This is why I think 50,000 is so important to hold for the bears, because once they lose it, I mean, it's just go higher and higher and higher and higher. And today, because of this battle, the altcoins are taking a little breather, tiny little breather from their extreme climb. I mean, Ethereum is still about 3,900. It was around 4,000, close to 4,000, so slightly off. Cardano is about 286, slightly off. Right, you have Solana that's at 140, that still slightly off, like 2% from its high, and even others like Polkadot, Uniswap, Chainlink, Terra, Matic is actually starting to climb a little bit. VeChain was starting to climb. So you have a little breathing day, but take a look. Overall market cap is still about $2.3 trillion. We're only 100 billion away from reaching all-time high, and Bitcoin dominance continues to fall below 41%. So overall, things are still holding pretty well. Just got to see what happens later today, tomorrow. If we do see a big push, Ooh, bears, watch out. Watch out. So what's going on today? Any good news? Well, there's a few things. There's a few things I want to cover. First one is this. Bitcoin miners at oil and gas exec. They had a secret meeting to talk about how they can help each other. And according to this, they met in Houston and they're talking about using stranded natural gas to power Bitcoin mining rigs, which reduce greenhouse gas emissions and makes money for the gas providers as well, of course, for the miners because it's cheap energy. So it does seem like the oil and gas executives of all the major companies, they're looking to sell whatever they can to the Bitcoin miners, which have been exploding as of late, especially with the incoming miners from China and also just the current mining groups that have upped their game substantially recently. We have every single miner in North America that is buying tens of thousands of more units. And you know what? They need electricity to power those rigs. And, I think this is a win-win-win situation for everyone. So this is definitely good, especially for Bitcoin. What else is good? Well, it seems like we know India keeps flip-flopping between, yes, we recognize Bitcoin, and then, no, we don't like it anymore, we're going to ban it, and then we flip-flop back, no, we do like it, and it just goes back and forth, but now it looks like they're basically going to put into law that cryptocurrency such as Bitcoin will be a commodity and will be taxed like a commodity. Now, no one likes taxes, but the good thing is if this is put into play, that means they officially recognize crypto, right? They can no longer, or at least the banks can no longer say, well, this is still not recognized and we're not going to support banking services for it or anything. No, because if they're going to recognize it and tax it as a commodity, well, that means it's legit, right? It's legit, and exchanges and users are free to buy and sell crypto, right? So I think this could be a big thing. There's a lot of still uncertainties right now. A lot of crypto companies that's out of India that are based in other countries because of those uncertainties. But, if there's more clarification on this, I think that would be a very good thing for citizens and projects within India. All right, what else is there? eToro. eToro, one of the biggest exchanges out there, right? I think they have 10 billion in revenue, and their CEO just recently did an interview and came out and admitted that he's been buying Bitcoin since it was $10 or no, $5. It says right here, eToro started buying Bitcoin when it was around $5 and it bought between about 3,000 and 4,000 at that time. They ended up buying $50,000 of Bitcoin at an average price of $10 or 10 to 20 per Bitcoin. And at peak this year, that investment was worth 30 to 40 million. That's quite a lot. And that was just what they bought at the beginning. He didn't disclose how much they bought afterwards. I'm sure if you add it all together, it's pretty substantial. So, yeah, there's a lot of people that bought Bitcoin and continues to buy Bitcoin. And we hear stories about this all the time after the fact. They don't tell you. Again, I stressed this before. Michael Saylor is being very transparent with all the buys from MicroStrategy, but not everyone has the same kind of ambitions to just share buys all the time. There's a lot of companies out there that have secretly bought over the years, and they keep accumulating more and more and more, which is why the dormant addresses and dormant Bitcoin allocation within those addresses keep growing, and about 85%. Last time it was counted, 85% of the total supply have not moved at all for years. And the current reserves, the current supply keeps decreasing. So what does that mean? Well, it means things are going higher. All right, what else is there? Let's look at this. Jack Dorsey, of course. You may or may not like him, but he has said that he wants to really integrate Twitter with Bitcoin. So he's it seems like he's going through with it. People have secretly, I think they started beta testing. I don't know how this is the case, but it seems like people started showing. Hold on one second. My thing is kind of screwing up here. Yeah, people are showing like screenshots of like, you know, addresses and stuff like that. Like you could put in a Bitcoin address, Ethereum address, and someone also tweeted this out. Oops, shoot, I closed it. There was a screenshot of Bitcoin tipping too. So that's something that Jack said he wants to integrate Lightning Network and also Bitcoin tipping. Seems like that's all coming true. Yeah, in fact, yeah, here's one. This is what I was looking at. So you look at this. You could put in your Bitcoin address. You could send via Cash App. You could send via Patreon. Send via PayPal. But you could see, of course, there is a lot. So I don't know if this guy is supposed to be doing this or not. Like, he's sharing all this stuff. I don't know if I'm sure he probably works within Twitter, or see, you can even put it in your Ethereum address. See, this is what I was saying about how Jack was so Bitcoin maxi, but I think he recognized you have to support Ethereum at this point. So even Ethereum is in here. So that's pretty cool, and that's coming in the near futures too. So there you go. That's coming. All right. What else is there? Well, this is not such good news. SEC is investigating the centralized crypto exchange, Uniswap. So we know that Uniswap recently delisted a lot of security tokens, and that's because Gary Gensler said that he was going to look at tokens, and it doesn't matter if they're decentralized or they're on dexes or if they're supposed to be a utility. He's going to look at them all. And that is why Uniswap already took out a lot of security tokens. And now, looks like the SEC may be looking at Uniswap next, just to see how they've been doing things. So we'll see what comes of this. Uniswap obviously is the biggest AMM, and they have a lot of big backers, and I guess we'll see. All right, and lastly, I didn't see this. Well, no, not lastly. Two other things. Number one, SushiSwap unveils website for their new NFT platform. I didn't know that this was coming, but SushiSwap, you know, they've been having a hard time trying to differentiate themselves from Uniswap. So SushiSwap is looking to launch their new SoU NFT platform. So that's pretty different. We'll see how this is. We'll see if this makes SushiSwap better overall, and again, gain momentum hopefully on Uniswap, because that's something that they had trouble with for quite some time. All right, lastly, Jason Derulo tweeted this out and said, "I'm riding Solana." So we've heard of celebrities get into Bitcoin and Ethereum, obviously, also get into NFTs, but I haven't heard of a celebrity that's actually in Solana, because usually, you know, a lot of these big caps, if we've been following, you know, crypto for a while, we know some of these names like Cardano, Solana, seems like, yeah, everyone knows about them, but that's not really true. You go out in the public, you ask about Solana, no one knows what Solana is. So it's really, really fascinating that Jason Derulo actually tweeted this out, and he's probably made a ton of money with Solana, seeing how much it has gone up recently. So that's pretty much it. You know what? Like I said at the beginning, today is kind of like a breather day, right? Bitcoin is like straddling at 50,000. Some of these altcoins are coming down slightly, right? But I do think that good things are coming near future, and we'll see. All right, let's do some quick Q&A, and I'll let you guys go. So again, I have to rely on my phone. All right, so bear with me here. Let me see if Oh shoot, my phone just kind of screwed up there. There, okay, there we go. All right, scrolling up. Let's see. Why? There's a lot of people. I guess it has to be newcomers. There's so many people that saying ADA is dumping, ADA is selling off, ADA for this. I don't know what you guys are talking about because ADA is at 285. Its high is $3. So it's not far off at all. In the last 24 hours, only down less than 5%. So anyone that's panicking over Cardano right now, you need to really check yourself because that is not true at all. Cardano is definitely one of the ones that I believe that almost everyone should hold some. Bitcoin and Ethereum is no brainer, but Cardano is up there too. So I don't know why so many people are saying that Cardano is dumping or whatever. I don't know. People are just trolling. Let's see. Any word on ACH and Binance? No. If I had any, I would share it. But I do think that it is coming. What do you think about Decentraland? I like Decentraland. They're the biggest virtual world with NFT built in. I mean, you think about the whole thing, it's like one gigantic NFT. And games are very popular, so it'll probably get more popular. Please address ADA DeFi testnet fail. Any info? No, I didn't even hear about it. Zach, thank you. Let's see here. Anything on ICP? I've never been big into ICP. I still think it's just too hyped up, too ambitious, a lot of stuff that's not, I don't know, not open source. So it's not a project that I really support. Can it go back up to previous high of 90 billion? Maybe, but it has fallen so much. So much. All right, what else is there? Matic always pumps after Ethereum has a good run up. I've told you guys about Matic. It's one of the ones, one of the big protocols that haven't run up recently. Everything else pretty much has except Matic. And today, or yesterday and today, it started moving. So that's pretty positive. If you look at Matic, last 24 hours up 12%. I told you guys that, right? I told you guys that Matic and VeChain, they were underperforming, and now it seems like Matic is getting its turn, and if it can continue to go, it could definitely move up the charts. But regardless, it's a fantastic project with a lot of things going on. 99% crypto games are horrible and would never stand in the gaming space. I'm a nerd, I would know. Well, you know, I think most crypto games people are playing because of NFT factor, because they want to make money with it. That's the reason why. But I don't know. I'll take your word for it. I haven't played any of them. Is Solana goodbye right now or wait for the dip? I've been saying wait for the dip. I've been telling people not to FOMO in because it has gone up so much and it continues to go up and up and up. So those of you guys that picked it up early on, or even if you FOMO'd in recently, congratulations, because it keeps going up. I do think it will continue to keep going up. But right now, you could see that it did take a slight breather. So, you know, maybe if you've been looking into it, DCA into it. But, yeah, it has been on fire. Power, talk about green energy, Sol ecosystem. I don't know what that means. Power Ledger, are you talking about they're going into Solana ecosystem? I don't know if that's what you mean. Travala, someone asked. You know, Travala is, it's like a traveling site like Priceline where you can utilize crypto. They've been around, they've been hanging around, but I don't know how many people right now, first of all, is traveling, and second of all, how many people are actually utilizing their crypto for anything. Most people I know, including myself, we're just holding, crypto, right? We see it as investment, not something we're going to spend right now. When the market eventually falls, in what order do you expect coins to drop? You got to give me more context. Because when the market falls, everything's going to drop. So I don't know what order you're expecting. Everything will fall. But the thing is, I've been saying this, if we have a blow off top, yes, of course things will come down. But this notion of a 4-year cycle where it's like 2.5 years, 3 years being negative, and then 1 to 1.5 year being positive, that may go out the window, right? When you have big companies, institutions, companies, retail investors, celebrities, they're all getting in, and there's so much more money this time around, we may not see the same kind of cycle or dip. Sure, we'll have dips, but will Bitcoin dip 85% again? Will altcoins like Cardano dip 99%? I don't know. That may just not happen ever again. Do you believe Coinbase will ever list VET? Yes. Street Dogs, thank you. Another one I missed. Any thoughts on TLM? I have no idea what project TLM is. Let me see. I don't know what it is. Alright, let's go hide that guy for spreading FUD. Ryan, what do you think about Bird Money lending platform? Bird token seems very undervalued. Wanted to get your take. Ryan, are you part of the team? Because no one knows about Bird Money. But let's take a look at it. Off-chain analytics, Oracle bring machine learning to Web 3.0. Bird is an entirely new type of decentralized Oracle that empowers blockchain developers with access to plug-and-play analytic products for next-gen web platforms. That sounds very nice. The problem is, this is combining two things. Number one, Oracle, and two, machine learning, which is aka AI. So when it comes to oracles, there's a lot out there, especially a lot of new smaller projects that claim they're better, more decentralized, more trustable than Chainlink. None of them have any use, man. No one is using any of them. Band is the second biggest one, and they're used as a backup. Every single project out there is using Chainlink. So I don't know if something like Bird can ever dethrone or even come close or even gain any traction, against Chainlink. And because they have AI in here, right? I don't know. Like AI, machine learning, it could be used for some things, but for other things, I don't know. Let me see. Let me just scroll through here since we have it. Let's see if there's some other information. So you can have new DeFi lending products that use analytics to develop risk optimized projects. So it's almost like, it's trying to develop almost like a credit score, right? And looks at risks, fundraising and launch pads, profit conversion and e-commerce. All right, so some of the biggest name in crypto. I don't know about these. These are not the biggest names, but I have heard of API 3, which is also another Oracle setup. I have heard of Glitch before, which is in DeFi. Parsed, which comes out with tools for crypto. Unmarshal, I forgot what they were about. I have heard of these, but they're not like the biggest names in it. Any backers? No. you know, relatively small, under 10 million. If you want to take a risk, sure, but I don't know. With oracles right now, I just say stick with Chainlink. At least I am. All right. What are your thoughts on IOTA? They have been climbing up quite a bit, right? I've been meaning to do more research into them, but it does seem like they are getting ready to upgrade and get rid of that coordinator node once and for all, which could be a big thing for them. Nervos, I'm still neutral on them. Would you rather have a Hellcat or a Hellcat Red Eye? I mean, that's like saying, would you rather have $1,000 or $2,000? Of course, a Hellcat Red Eye is just a better version of the Hellcat. So why wouldn't you choose the better one? TLM is Alien Worlds play to earn game. I've heard of it. I've never played with it. Okay. Pre-search is awesome. Search engine, I have seen that before. I don't know if it's awesome or not. Search engine is really hard to get into. I mean, just ask Bing, ask Microsoft how hard they have tried to take down Google's dominance, and it has failed miserably. Golem, I don't like at all. All right, last few questions. Raining corn, I'm not gonna look at that. Take all profits now or wait until after BTC does a blow off top. No one knows, and no one knows when that blow off top is coming. I think it's going to be end of this year, moving into 2022. But to be safe, what I plan on doing is once Bitcoin starts breaking new highs, I plan on taking 10% off the top. So that's how I plan on doing it. But there's no really right or wrong way. If you made a ton with altcoins, you feel uncomfortable, why not? Why not take some profits? How is VPunks from NFTs from VeChain? Well, they've been doing very hot. I mean, they're on fire right now. The base price is like $2,000 or $3,000 now, so looks pretty good. What do you think about that? Well, Decentralized Mobile, they're still at the mercy of the mobile carriers, but they are trying really hard to spread out their model, and they were doing very well earlier this year. Now they've kind of cooled off. Can they come back? Sure. They made it really easy for people to buy and trade mobile credits. They have their own marketplace, and it seems like a lot of people are utilizing them. But you have to be in an area where you have a lot of carriers that's kind of partner up with them. Otherwise, it doesn't work. And also, they utilize eSIM, which basically you don't need a SIM card. So it's like a new technology with phones. ADA is going down right now. Is this a correction? No, it's not. It's not. What are you guys talking about? I mean, it's down 5%. If ADA was down 15-20%, I would say that's a correction. It's down 5%. So I don't know why so many people are panicking over ADA right now. The monthly code, you have to wait for that. What do you think about Crypto.com NFTs? I don't know. They have a marketplace. I haven't looked into any of them. Is AMP still a good buy? I think so. What other coins do you recommend? I can't tell you them right now. Watch some of my previous videos and keep watching my new videos. All right, that's pretty much it. IOTA partner up with Dell and Jaguar. That's old news. That's really, really old news. All right. Overall, you know what? Bitcoin, right? Having this big battle at 50,000. So any of the altcoin weakness that we're seeing is due to this. Basically, Bitcoin was almost at 51,000 yesterday, coming down 49.7. There's this big battle going on. But once the bears lose, they're really clinging on. Once they lose, Bitcoin is going to be at 60,000 no time. And all these altcoins I keep talking about, they're going to continue to go up and up and up and up. So it's going to be good, guys. It's going to be good. All right. Thanks for tuning in. As always, smash the like, subscribe to the channel. I'm not sure if I'm going to stream tonight. So make sure you hit that notification bell and follow me on Twitter. All right. Have a good one, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.